I'm the general manager for Bresnan Communications here in the Missoula, Kalispell area, and it's my pleasure to begin the ceremony today. Again, thank you all for coming today. We're very pleased and proud at Bresnan Communications to carry the C-SPAN networks on our cable system, and those of you who have cable television in this area with Bresnan can watch C-SPAN on channels 21 and 22 in Missoula. This is an election year, and this may be one of the most important elections in our lifetime, and so we're pleased and proud to be able to carry C-SPAN on our cable system. We're here today to honor Cameron Lawrence, who is a professor here who entered C-SPAN's essay contest for its 25th anniversary. He was one of 25 winners across the United States, and as part of that he was able to choose a location to which the C-SPAN school bus would come. And so the bus has been here all morning. We've been with Cameron all morning. We've had journalism classes on the bus. We've had many students just walk by today and ask what was going on and go in and take a tour of the bus. And if you have an opportunity before it leaves today, I would encourage you to do so, because it is a marvelous piece of machinery. And so we're here today to honor Cameron. We appreciate him and his interest in C-SPAN. Look at cspan.org and you can read his essay and listen to an interview with him at cspan.org. Very interesting. And so to begin the ceremonies today, I would like to introduce President George Dennison of the University of Montana.
Thanks very much, Doug. And I want to express our appreciation to C-SPAN and to Bresnan for sponsoring this kind of an event. It's a wonderful privilege for us to have C-SPAN here on the campus. I think probably all of us have had the opportunity to take advantage of the offerings of C-SPAN to learn a little bit more about what goes on in Washington. And not only in Washington, but now what's going on across the country as this campaign heats up. And I want to say also how proud we are of Cameron Lawrence for the essay he wrote and for his decision to invite C-SPAN to come to the University of Montana. I can't think of a better place for C-SPAN to be than on a college campus, than particularly on a campus at the University of Montana. So I want to thank Cameron. Let's give him a round of applause. And C-SPAN. And it's my privilege now to introduce Scott Peterson, who will make the awards. Scott?
Thank you, President Dennison. It's C-SPAN's honor and privilege to be here. This is a very special year. Being our 25th anniversary this year, the whole network has done a variety of different types of programs and has looked back in the best way we possibly can. I mean, it's also an election year, so we're pretty busy with that whole story as well. But throughout the travel, these 25 people that entered this essay contest, and what it was is last fall, before we turned 25, we basically put on the air, anyone, if they wanted to, please write us a 250 word or less essay on what C-SPAN has done for you or impacted you in any which way. And we got about 1,000 entries across the nation, and it's interesting the ones that were picked as winners, because it really reflects certain aspects of the nature of the network. Some people, for instance, last week we visited one in Carnation, Washington, where a woman kept on watching C-SPAN and said, I could do that, and she became mayor of Carnation, Washington. Other times people were inspired to do programs. And other folks, even more, I guess, atypical of C-SPAN viewers, is someone like Cameron Lawrence, who at C-SPAN, after I've worked with the company for 4 years, been very lucky to work at this company for 4 years, where I've traveled all over the country and talked to so many people about the network. And you can tell you meet someone when they really watch C-SPAN a lot. And that's because they're going to have a certain level of curiosity. And they're curious about everything. Not just what they do for a living or what they study, but everything. And it's not just because, we're a political network and they're into politics. But it's everything that has to do, because politics is everywhere. And if you go and read Cameron's essay, you'll see how this is a gentleman who, was a smoke jumper, that then went to the London School of Economics. And then from the London School of Economics, which is the London School of Economics, but he's in University of Montana. He's at a public school, not at the Ivy Leagues. And to me, that's a C-SPAN viewer. He's there doing everything he possibly can and talking to him all day today about his different ideas and what he's working on for his dissertation. The University of Montana has to be very, very proud to have someone such as Cameron Lawrence as a part of their faculty here. Just as C-SPAN, we are very proud to have Cameron Lawrence as a viewer. So on behalf of the C-SPAN television networks and really the cable television industry, which makes C-SPAN happen and allows us to be a different type of television network. And locally, I'd like to thank Bresnan Communications for bringing C-SPAN and C-SPAN 2 locally here to the community. I just want to honor Mr. Cameron Lawrence with the certificate of recognition. Thank you very much, Mr. Lawrence. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and I had absolutely no idea that this would, submitting this essay, C-SPAN fanatic, it would turn into anything remotely close to this. I'd like to thank President Dennison, whom I had a chance to know as an undergraduate student and then also as a faculty member. And as an undergraduate student, President Dennison and I had a different point of view with respect to a certain issue. And of course, President Dennison's view won the day. And even though we had a different point of view, he's always treated me with nothing but kindness and respect, and I appreciate that a great deal. But I'd also like to thank Provost Muir, Dean Gianchetta, and Department Chairman Belva Jones, basically for hiring me back from the London School of Economics, ABD, so my dissertation's not done. As many of you know, provosts, deans, and department chairs do not like to hire people ABD, but I appreciate them doing that for me, and my wife Christy and I are thrilled to be back at the University of Montana. My essay, in a sense, and the part that people find somewhat interesting is, oh, this guy went from jumping out of planes to a place like the London School of Economics. And that's fine, and that's fairly interesting, whatever. But really, it's an essay about the power of ideas and how ideas can basically change how we look at a lot of things in the world. And sometimes the ideas and our exposure to the ideas comes from very unassuming places. In my case, C-SPAN and book notes and Brian Lamb. And kind of, wow, this is pretty neat. And maybe I ought to not think about jumping out of planes too much longer and go do something else. So in my view, C-SPAN makes a wonderful contribution in a lot of realms. We of course see it in the political coverage and the coverage of the House and the Senate, but also the larger world of ideas and the way they cover nonfiction authors. It's a great contribution, and I for one am very, very grateful for that. So again, thank you for your interest, and I had absolutely no idea that this would be the case and it would turn into something like this. So thank you very much. President Dennison, thank you for the kindness you've shown me and for all you guys that have helped me in a lot of different ways over time. So thank you.